I'm starting the recording. So in the group, I see few new joiners. To summarize what we discussed yesterday, to recap to the previous classes, what we discussed. So yesterday we discussed about the small portion that is called the BTP licensing model we discussed, and the structure and BTP licensing model we discussed, and also what is mean by environment entitlement. So today also I will give some information on this one. So yesterday we discussed about the BTP licensing model. So how the licensing model works for the SAP BTP. So that is what we discussed in the main topic yesterday we discussed. So and we discussed it, and also I shared the recording in the group. So maybe whoever not joined yesterday, just go through that video and let me know if you have any questions that I can take it offline with you. I can take one more session. So for you guys only, whoever the new join is today, I can take it separately. Don't worry about the, so as we missing something like that. So don't worry. You can just always, so you can always reach out to me. Okay. So today, yeah. So since we are discussing about the some basics of the BTP, some introductions. So what is BTP? What is multi-cloud architecture? All these things we are discussing in the BTP. In the same way, so there is a the same way. So we are discussing about the BTP, right? So BTP is the one of the technology layer which is providing to the customers, so that so we can build our applications, extend our business on-premises applications, develop some chatbots, all these things. So we can do in the BTP cockpit level. So what is mean by cockpit means? So cockpit is the BTP cockpit is the one of the central point of access to do all our administration, development related activities in the BTP cockpit here. So they will provide you the one global account too. And below in the hierarchy, you need to create the sub accounts, your business related services, what you want to do, where you have to deploy, in which region. So what is the environment, all these things you have to choose it, right? That is your work. So SAP will provide you the one global account, the types of global accounts we discussed, and the licensing also we discussed. It depends upon the usage. We can discuss about the licensing model as well. So today let's start. Normally you are very familiar, right? Normally, so you are familiar with the NetWeaver platform. So if you think about the SAP BTP as the next generation platform, SAP is the next generation platform. Next generation platform for the, so next generation platform for the all the open source and the SAP to develop, to run any data driven applications, you need the BTP. Normally, so they have considered the BTP as a four main pillars. Actually, the four main applications they are providing here. That is called these are the major four pillars for the BTP. There's a major four pillars for the BTP here. So what are those major four pillars for the BTP? So they are mainly in the database and database management services, right? Database and DBMS services. So here SAP is providing the database in the BTP cockpit. You see some of the databases service also they are providing to you, which means you don't need to install anything on your on-premise data center or on-premise infrastructure. So the first one they are providing the database. So what are the databases SAP is providing to you? One is the SAP HANA and HANA Cloud services, and also ASC. This is also SAP ASC product, and also the data intelligence technologies, and also master data governance. So these are the database management services are providing to the customers here. Suppose if you need HANA database, you need RAM, you need file systems, you need on-premises data center, hard disk storage, all those things you require, right? But when you go to the BTP, just you can just create the one sub account, create the account, then you can use the database related services here. So how to take that service and how to subscribe it, how to configuration, that we will discuss in our upcoming classes. Just where they are, what they are providing to the customers here. So they are providing the mainly on the database related. The second pillar is called the analytics. So there are also providing the analytics services, which means, so suppose like we have the, everybody knows like SAP Analytics Cloud, right? The advantage of the Analytics Cloud is for the, so the sales data in organization, end of the day, the sales data reports, so receiver, order, sales, everything, you can analyze it. Normally, we will integrate with our BW systems and everything, right? SAP Analytics Cloud, and also SAP, and also some BI platforms. They're providing the some SAP Object, business objects, BI platforms, and also they are providing the some BPC, business planning and consolidation related services they are providing, and also they are providing the BW for HANA. So these all are comes under the analytical services, analytical applications they are providing to the customers here. The third pillar is called the development and integration. So application development and so integration related, so they are providing to the customers here. So what does it mean by application development? So application development means, so they are the some CPI related SAP integration suite, and also extension suite. Normally everyone they will use the extension suite, and also they are providing the PO, on premises related PO, whatever the services, same they are providing the process orchestration related service also they are providing to the so customers here. The fourth one is called the, this is a very important, so this is called the so intelligent technologies. So first of all, the BTP they have mainly on the intelligent technologies only. So when they have released the BTP, they are in the intelligent technologies. So they are in the intelligence technologies wise, while so they are in the intelligence technologies, right? So just excuse me if any spelling mistakes here. Okay. So intelligent technologies means they are in the RPA. Everybody knows, right? SAP chatbots. Nowadays it's the most famous like chatbots, AI, artificial intelligent conversational AI, and also and the AI business related services, some robotics process RPA, some of the automations, some of the RPAs. So automation things RPA. So most of the customers and developments, they are using these service. They are more keenly interested on the this intelligence technologies. All this will comes under the intelligent technologies. So they are in the development side also, they are providing the some services to the customers to develop their applications and business. And also some analytics purpose also they are providing the some applications, and also DB side also they are providing the some DB related services they are providing to the customer. So it depends upon the your business use case where which they want to use it. You can use this BTP, you can use it higher, right? So each and everything like detailed discussion we will discuss in the our classes here. Okay. So the mainly thing is here you should know what services, where they are, what they are providing to the customers and all these things. So that's why they call it as these four, they have segregated as the four main sources. They call it as the four main pillars for the BTP side. These are the four main pillars here, right? These are the BTP side they are providing to the customer here. So the next one, so when you are going to the global account, so we know already explained the procedure how to get your PID. PID means with Gmail account also we can access, everybody they can access your BTP cockpit. Otherwise, just yesterday I explained about the procedure to create your PID. So if you provide your PID, means SAP user ID, then I can add you all, I can provision all your user accounts into my BTP cockpit level, so that you can start putting the hands on and you can start working on the, so your regular things, you can start practicing on the BTP side and everything. So that is possible. That I will let you know how to do that one and everything we will discuss, right? So that is the major thing here. And also one more thing here, when you are working on the BTP side, so there is our account structure. Our main structure is like, so regions. Here there are some technical norms here in the BTP side. When you are discussing in the BTP, always when you are talking the 10 words, always the 2 words, 3 words are related to the, so some technical norms here. 2 words, 3 words are related to the some technical norms here, right? So what is mean by, so what are those technical norms here? So first of all, the region. What is mean by region here? So everybody knows the region concept is like, the region is the point of presence, the point where we can get the services, we can provision the services. Region means, so we have multiple regions are available where we can provision the our services, which means, so in which region. So technically, where you have to put, where you have to install, in which region you have to install your services. So that is called the region. In that region, you have to just to take, you have to install your service. Maybe if you are in your data center is UK, then in the UK region, India region, Singapore. So all the regions are available when you are working on the BTP. So in that region, your services will start working on that one. So that's customer choice where you want to put your data center, where you want to keep your data centers to install it here, all these things, right? And also the one more thing is called the sub account level. So sub account level here, right? So I will answer all your questions. So once we progress something, so just I can answer all your questions. Okay. So please be patient. So yeah. So the next one is called the sub account level. So sub account please means, what is mean by sub account? These are the technical norms, the technical names we will get here. Why? Because so when you are working in the BTP, always there the, so 10 words or 12 words, it will run in your mind. So region, sub account, space, services, application, what are those things here? It is torturing my mind. So what is this mean? Means the first of all, everybody should understand is called the region. Region means your environment, where you want to deploy, where you want to provision your services. Sub account means here, so sub accounts are technically independent of the your regions, which means, so independent. It kind of client dependent. Normally in SAP level we have the client dependent, right? We will call it as the client dependent objects, cross client objects. Same as like sub account also, like it's kind of independent, meaning users, applications, authorizations, etc. some services are not shared with the other sub account. So when you are working on the sub account, so normally all your business services, everything, so you have to working on the, you have to deploy in the sub account level. You have to deploy in the sub account level, you have to deploy it. So sub account is the main account for you, which you have to create it. Not the SAP will provide you all these things. You have to work it on the sub account level. You have to develop your business applications and everything. So then what is mean by space here? So the space provides the complete isolation for the applications, which means, so in the space means, maybe you know, right? HANA cockpit level, we have the workload class. Same as like to run your application, to run our business application, it's required the some amount of memory, GB. We will call it as the quantity in the HANA level. HANA norms, we will call it as the quantity. When the cockpit level, we will give the workload classes, right? HANA workload classes. Then memory, normally we will call it as the memory. So the space is like, So our application will run on this space here. The space is available under sub account level. The sub account level, the space is available under the sub account level. The space is available here, right? What about the services here? So the services are called the which you are going to take, which you are going to use, that services, applications that you are going to use in the sub account level. So you will not do everything in the, so you will not do everything in the global account level. Everything you have to perform in the sub account level, you have to perform it. Sub account level, you have to perform all these things, you have to perform in the sub account level. So, and also we will discuss about the global account also. We discussed global account is SAP is provided to the us. Global accounts SAP is providing to the us here. So this is the depends upon the your agreement with the SAP. They will provide the your global account to you, right? The one more, the name is called the entitlements. All these things I will show you when we start working on the our actual practical. I will show you all these things here, right? Next one is the entitlements. So entitlements. So what is mean by entitlements here? Entitlements are entitlements are based upon the your subscription, based upon the payment which you paid to the SAP. They will assign the some set of services, some set of applications based upon your agreement. So that services you are entertained to use. Entitlement means you are entertained to use only that specific set of services to the your entitlements quota. So where this will come, everything here, where this comes. So entitlements here, you will get put into the all in your rooms. So you will everything you will get into the your room, everything here. Entitlement means you are sitting in one room, everything will come to the your room here, right? For though you are sitting in the self, then you will get to organize your house. Everything so everything you are in the home, all the services, all the boxes, everything will comes to the place. Then you have to just stand up, you have to walk, and you have to place into the all your. So here your room is your master bedroom or your hall is the sub account. So your master bedroom or sub account is the your sub account here. In that you have the things are ready. You are the person, you are the entitlement. The things are ready. So you have to go and adjust everything here, right? So that is what some technical names here. Okay, let's go and so create the accounts here. Let's go and create the accounts here so that you will get the some experience on the how to create the sub account here. But because so theoretically we can discuss more. So all will discuss more, but when you go and putting in our hands on the system, then you will come to know all those things and everything. You will get the more things here, right? So that is what we have to first time today we are going to create the first day one sub account. We are going to create it here, right? But because our account structure is like, so this is the global account which is providing by the SAP. Under that you need to create the sub accounts. You have to create it. The sub accounts you have to create it. Depends upon your business, depends upon the landscape. So you have to create the sub account level. So this is the global account. Under the global account, you need to deploy the all the sub accounts and everything. You have to deploy it here, right? So under everything you have to deploy the everything here. You have to deploy it here. So this global account SAP will provide to you. But what about the sub accounts? What about the sub accounts? Who will provide? So no one will provide to you. You have to go ahead and you have to create the sub account system, which means, so here this is the development sub account. Suppose like example, in your business scenario, you need 3 separate sub accounts. One is for the development, one is for the quality, one is the production. Then you have to develop the development system, quality system, production system. Normally in SAP terminology, we will call it as the SAP system, development SAP, quality SAP, production SAP system, like that we will call it as, right? So same as like here, when it comes to the cloud part, when it comes to the BTP, here the concept is called the tenant concept, sub account concept, sub account concept. That concept is called the sub account concept here. So, but in on premises, when you are installing the SAP system, you will download the software, you will purchase the softwares, and you will install the one infrastructure side everything. Here, what you have to do here, you have to go to the global account level. You need to work, you need to pick up the service, and you have to install here. For that one, first of all, you need the account should be ready here. Your so global account we will get it, or depends upon the license, you will get the license here, right? Under that, you will get the all the sub accounts. You need to deploy, you need to prepare your landscape such a way to development, quality, production, like that. You need to prepare your landscape, then only all the developments will happen here. Then later our technical guys, we will move the changes to the quality sub account, then quality to the production sub account, we will move to the here. So here, if you ask me question, sir, so okay, on premises we have the STMS concept. What about here? Here we have the one concept is called the CTMS. There is a concept, cloud transport management system, which will we can use it. How the STMS is helping to the your on-premises SAP systems to move the data changes, objects, everything to one system to another system. Same way here, your sub account, your cloud transport management also helping to the your customer to move the changes here, right? This is the cloud transport management system. So we are also going to discuss everything here, how to configure, how to add the routes, layers, so domain controller, all these concepts are available here also. We will discuss everything from here also, right? So let's start putting the services here. Why? Because each service, this account structure, they will provide it here. So as here, then after that, we have to create the environment here. Why? Because in this environment, your application, your BTP will run here. In this environment, your application will run here. So in this environment, your application will run here. So let's start creating the one sub account here. Let's start creating the one sub account here. It's a very important sub account. Without sub account, we cannot run any business here. Okay. So this is the our BTP cockpit here. This is the our BTP cockpit here. So in this BTP cockpit, you will get the all the information. In this BTP cockpit, you will get the all the information here. So first of all, what you will get from here? What you will get here? You are the new to BTP, right? So how can you access here? In the yesterday's class, I mentioned if you want to access the BTP, you can also access from the your Gmail account, which I provided yesterday. Yesterday in the last 10 minutes, I explained how to get that one, so that you will all get access to the my sub accounts. So everything that you will get access to the my sub account. I will add you all your users here, right? So now let's start creating the one account here. So here I have already created the two accounts for the my other morning guys. I already created. So I'm not going to use this account now. I will use the one more my account. I will use it here, right? One more account I will use it here. So that is called the, here I will use the one more account here. Just give me a minute. So here it is asking. Here, I think you have already registered. Anyone in our class? Anyone registered the account structure here? Anyone? Which I explained, right? How to register your Gmail ID. All these things I explained, right? So same way, so you have to register your things here. Then so you will get the all these things here. You will get the so things ready here. So the accounts, all these things you will get here, right? So that is what you need to request and you need to register that one, right? So somehow I'm not getting that code here. So let me, okay. So I will tell you again how to request that one, how to request the your accounts, your BTP accounts, how to request that one, how to create the tenants, sub accounts. Again, I will explain you. So don't worry, so that you will get everything here. Just I'm opening. Just give me a minute. I'm opening. So you can see my screen, right? So this is the whenever you first time when you are logging to the system, you will see the this is the account. This is the global account you will get from the system, right? You will get from the SAP. This is the our global account, right? So then after that, these are the so tabs, respective tabs which SAP is providing to you, right? In this tab, you can see the resource provider, boosters, system landscape, entitlements, and also you have the usage analytics. So usage analytics means this one you can use like, so this usage analytics means this one you can use like, so to monitor the pricing, your everything, you can, so you can upfront, you can monitor everything from here, right? So, and also the entitlements here, entitlements means here, so what are the services you are entertained to use it? Which services you want to assign to the particular sub account? So all this information you have to use it. All this information, so you have to use it here. So before that using, first of all, you should be ready with your account, right? So that's what I'm going to create it here now. So you can see here, once your global account is ready, you can go ahead and create the one sub account here, right? You can go ahead and create the one sub account here. So while creating the sub account here, the display name, what is the your sub account display name which you have to use it here? Your display name of the your sub account. Suppose like you can just put like development, because in my landscape, I have first I need the development, right? Then only quality, then only production. So development sub account I have to develop it here. So that is the reason I am giving the name is called the development, some development 01 system, right? And also region we discussed, right? So there are the two regions currently available, for the to deploy your services. In the free trial accounts, you have the two services are available. One is the AWS region, and the second one is the Microsoft Azure in the Singapore data center. These are the two regions are available you to deploy your applications, business applications in business applications. So maybe if whatever you want to use it, suppose your on premises you have already systems are there, your on premises you have already systems are there, you want to provision that systems here, you want to provision, then you want to connect to your on-premises systems. So first of all, check your on-premises data center where it is located, so that it's near to say it's near to same data center. You can provision your services. You can provision your services. So why? Because to avoid the latency issues of the BTP cloud side applications and also your on-premises, you need to use the, so you need to use the nearest region you have to use it. That is the recommendation from the SAP which you have to use it here. So then after that, you need to give the subdomain. So this is the very important, everyone. So just take a note or just remember, this subdomain is part of the your application URL. BTP is the one of the web-based URLs, all web-based applications URLs, right? So just you have to provide the URL to the your users, so that the user or end user, they can access your business applications by using URL. Then they can retrieve the data from your backend systems. So this subdomain will play. Yeah. So here the sub account which you are giving is the very important to the here. Why? Because all your business applications, whatever the name you are giving here, it will start using that sub account. It will start using that sub account here. So normally the people will miss it out. Suppose they will directly select the, so suppose like some Singapore, something like that. Then they will just by default it will take it out. Whatever the display name, here it will take it. So if you want to change it, you can change it here. But this sub account domain name is like, it supports sub account domain name. The subdomain name is the very important here. So if you need to thoroughly, you have to cross check with your customer. Why? Because this is part of the your URL. This is part of the your web-based URL. Suppose in my system, my sub account other one, I given the Fury, right? Just given the Fury. Just I have given the Fury, my sub account name is the my Fury, just given. See here, if I click on this button, immediately you will get the logon page here. Immediately you will get the my logon page, you will get it out here. Immediately you will get the my logon page, right? So my logon page you will get immediately. So same as like whatever the name you are using, so that is the one. If you are using the Fury, the URL would be, suppose dev means the dev01 dot, so and where you are deploying. Suppose in the AWS, in the AWS region you are deploying means, it's like, so the URL naming convention should be like, so VF like not the VF and CF Cloud Foundry, so dot US10 dot ondemand.com. This is the common for everything, and after that your service name will come here. So here whatever the name you are giving, that is part of the URL. So let's give here I'm giving the dev01 like this, I'm giving here, so that this is the part of the your URL for accessing the applications and everything. So why I am highlighting all these things means, so here we don't make any mistake. Why? Because once you deploy, once you create the sub account, suppose if you missed something here, then the URL it looks like ugly. The URL looks like ugly. So then again, if you want to change it, you cannot change it. Once the sub account is created, you cannot change the your subdomain and everything. So it's not possible to change it. Again, you need to delete it. All these things you have to delete it. So in between, when you come to the situation, already your development team started developing it. All services are started using your data center and everything. You are in the middle. That time you cannot uninstall, you cannot delete it. So before you do this one, to make sure this subdomain is the very important part here, right? Then you can just provide the description. You can provide the description. Suppose like anything, you can just provide the description. It's not mandatory. Development sub account, something like that, you can create it here. So here, if you go to the advanced, here the label name you have to maintain here. The label name. So why? Because why you have to maintain the label? It's not normally it's not required to maintain it. It's not mandatory, but you have to maintain the label name. Why? Because the developers, when they are deploying the any application, then they are pushing the code to this your account level. So sub account means your SAP system, kind of your SAP system, just like that. I can assume it here, right? So there you're just assuming you are deploying the one application you are deploying here, so that in that SAP application, label name means they can easily identify. They can easily identify and they can push the code to the here to avoid the any connectivity issues. So they can just give the label name, something like that, development, something like that. We can provide it. What is the system name you want to create it? Suppose ECD, I am going to integrate this sub account, so that it's easily can be remembered. These labels are easily can be remembered here. Just click on the create button here, so that your service is going to deploy in the Azure region. In the Azure region, it is going to deploy in the Azure region, which means you are getting onboarded into the your service. Your service is getting onboarded into the your in the Azure data center. The provider is the Azure. The region is the Singapore. They are providing. So it's done. Your sub account is created, right? The sub account is created. Then if you just click on this button, suppose now you need to go edit mode. Suppose I want to change everything now. You will only get the option to change the display name. What about the subdomain name? It's not at all possible to change the subdomain name here. So before you creating the subdomain, you have to make sure you need to carefully plan all these things here, right? So see here, I just entered inside of the sub account my development sub account here. So my development sub account, my domain is the dev01. So that now onwards, if you want to access any applications, my URL should be the dev01 dot maybe af dot ondemand.com, something like that. The naming convention will be displayed here. See, so I created the sub account I created. I have onboarded the my sub account here. I have onboarded the my sub account here, right? So you just created the sub account here. That's it, done. So is it done our work? No, you have a lot of things to perform it here. So what is our next work here? What is the next work we have to perform it here? So you have, so normally our simple landscape looks like here. Suppose if you see here, this is the global account, this is the sub account. So this is the one more sub account, you have to deploy it. This is the one more sub account here, right? So then suppose you are in the hybrid customer, like suppose you have the some SAP systems are in the your on-premises environment. So like you have the ECC development, ECC quality, and you have the ECC production systems also available here. So here in this case, you have the global account is available here. Under the global account, you have the concept, you have the sub accounts are available. Sub account you provisioned. One sub account I provisioned. One sub account I provisioned. Fine. The structure is I have defined. The initial structure I have created here. Initial structure I have created here. Initial structure I have created. Suppose like sub account. Suppose like my development sub account, like that I have created here. My development sub account I have created here. So then your on-premise system also, you have the ECD system is there here. So it is up and running. So you want to explore some your business use case, everything in the cloud level. In that case, you need to do the some connectivity part, right? You need to do the some connectivity part here. But here, your sub accounts, you are in this landscape, and your landscape is in the different network zone. This is the customer network zone. This is the customer network zone. Customer network zone. This is in the customer network zone here. Customer network zone here. Customer network zone here. This is the customer network zone here, right? Customer network zone here. Okay, so this is the customer network zone here. And also you have the delimited central zone. Why? Because the SAP all services are in the delimited zone. Delimited means, so you know what is meant by DMZ zone. So then how these sub accounts will talk to the your backend systems. So here you have the cloud connectors you have to install in the your on-premises environment. You have to install the cloud connectors. In the on-premises, you have to install the cloud connector, so that the sub account will talk to the cloud connector. Then you have to register your system into the cloud connector. So like that, this is the basic simple landscape looks like this one. So basic simple landscape looks like this one. So as of now, we have built the development, quality, and production, like that. We have the structure. Suppose like our development ECC, this is the SAP, right? This is also SAP production. So this is also SAP ECP. Suppose like example SAP. So you have already the on-premises, your the systems are there. So you have the development, quality, productions are there here. So you have just to under the global account, you have deployed the sub account you have deployed. So that how this sub account will talk to the your on-premises system. Before that, you need to install the why because structure we have to form it first of all. The connectivity part we have to define it. Then only if you go ahead and deploy any service, if you go ahead and deploy any service here, then so that will be talked to the that will get the data from the your SAP systems will go and get the data from the here, right? So that is the reason. So first of all, we need to we need to establish the connectivity. That is our foremost and first important here. Establishing the connectivity. Then here in this case, so we have to discuss about the cloud connectors. SAP cloud connectors we have to discuss. So we have to install the cloud connectors. Then we have to configure the cloud connectors here. So after that, in the on-premises, we have the system that we can integrate to the here. Then it's the sub account we can integrate to the here. So that if you deploy any application, maybe one Fury app, if you deploy it, that will go and bring the system that will go and so pick up the data from here, then it will give the response to you, right? That is the happens here. So first of all, account, the level 1 we completed, sub account we created. Then level 2 in the customer network, we have to create the cloud connector, we have to do the installation, then configuration, then integrating your sub account into the your cloud connector, your backend SAP system into the your cloud connector. So these parts we have to perform it here. Then after that, your development system is connectivity is fine, then we can install the some of the ANA cloud, ABAP cloud, some of the services we can use it to gather that to pick up the data from the here we can use it, right? So first of all, the account structure landscape we have to build it in the our day-to-day classes. So same as like development, quality, production, same as like so we have the systems are available in the backend system. Cloud connectors we are going to install it, don't worry. And same as like here also the account model we have defined now. So we are in the step number 1, we are in the development phase now. In the development phase now, development account you created now here. Development account you have created here. Development account you have created here, right? Development account you have created here. So that now after that, what we have to do now? So connectivity, integrations, we have to perform it here. So that we will perform. So in our tomorrow's class here. Okay. As of now, what you can do under the global account, you can try to create the one sub account. You can create it here. Just keep it like this. Create the sub account here. So just leave it. Tomorrow we'll perform the remaining activities. We can perform it. Okay. So that is for the today's class. So any questions from anyone here?
Yeah, when we can get that creation process.
Which
Uh,
one?